All right. Men. What is a man? 2025. Seems to be a big deal. A lot of guys are how tough they are. That's what a man is. How tough you are. How cold-blooded you are. How you don't give a shit about anyone else. It's not a man. That's a bully. It's an asshole. It's not a man. I'm 66, so I've been around. And I think the older generation is supposed to help teach the younger generation. I'm a little mad, I guess, and maybe I shouldn't do the video, but that doesn't matter. A man is here. A man is honorable. Honorable means trying to understand or understanding kind of what you think the truth is, telling the truth, helping people, helping others. It's not being greedy. That's not a man. That's just like an animal. It's not evolved from a million years ago. So what happened? I went to the library. So on the way back, two guys on scooters. One was going too fast. That's usually what happens. There's two guys, one's a little aggressive and the other one's a little laid back, but the aggressive one was too fast. He went by me and kind of hit my shoulder. Not hard. But he didn't need to do that. It was just, he was into himself, self-centered, didn't care about people around him. So I said, as I passed by them, I said, be careful. Now, I'm speaking in English. I'm in France, but I didn't know how to say that in French. And I just kept going, but I kind of felt like, he might have said something like, who is that old white man? Who's that old man giving me shit? I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to teach you how to live in a community of others. He was probably about 20. Really selfish. You're breaking away from your parents. 17, 18, 19, whatever. So you're creating your own identity. And part of that, I guess, is real self-centeredness. I don't know. Then I walk just a little bit further, and I think there's a grocery store, and there's 5 guys out front. I think they were delivery guys. I think they're going to deliver groceries to other people. I don't know. That's sort of what it looked like. But, taking up a lot of the sidewalk, people walking up and down the sidewalk. And one guy kind of didn't care I was coming, wasn't going to move for me. That's not a man, that's just an asshole. That's just somebody looking for a fight. He was kind of looking for something. Unhappy with his life, maybe angry at something, and here I come. All right, I'll take my anger out on this guy. I don't give a shit about anybody. Yeah, this is poison. If you want to call these men that are angry at the world and looking for a fight and aggressive and a bully, that's poison. That's a cancer on our community. You live in a community. Now, if your life's not very good, help us create a better community where people have better lives, including you, but not just you. Think of others too, with even worse lives. We do that with our government. We do that with our politics, with looking at the issues, what are the policies that we support, who are the people we elect. We can gripe and moan about things, but, like these working people that voted for Trump, he cuts the taxes on the rich and then says, well, we got to cut Medicare and Social Security, and we're not going to give food stamps. So you're voting against what's going to help you. You know, you have to be smarter about, okay, what am I voting for? What are the policies? Yeah, sorry, that's democracy. Now, you can live in a dictatorship, and they'll do everything, including taking away your rights, and no telling what else, and what work you'll do, and what type of pay, and where you're going to live. But in a democracy, we need people to get involved, including the men, instead of just being angry and aggressive and I'm gonna, look at my muscles. What does that do for us? Nothing. Also, I'm across the street from a sports bar, or it's a bar I like actually. But on the way to the library, some guys are out front banging a drum and chanting, and they had all this passion for their football team, I guess. Lots of passion, lots of energy, camaraderie. Yeah, and we have that all over the world. All these people giving all this passion, all this energy for a sports team. Okay, well, over here we have people that are hungry. We have people that don't have decent places to live, can't afford that. We have people that can't hardly buy food, can't go to the doctor. We have people that are severely mentally ill and need help. Where's the passion for that? Where's the passion to help that? I see all the passion for sports. That's okay, as long as you balance it with a passion for your community. That's a man helping your community. Don't tell me about how tough you are. What the hell does that do good for anybody except even you? You get this unrealistic view of yourself, like who you are. You're like this rock. Nobody touches me, and I've got no emotion, and I don't care about anybody. What kind of world is that? It's a shitty world. So men, just be your better selves. I know who men are. Men are human beings. Now we don't get pregnant, we don't have babies and nurse. That's a difference. I'm telling you, I think that's a big difference. And you can go back to the hunting gathering where we had to run around and chase the wild animals and kill them with sticks and rocks. Well, luckily we don't have to do that anymore. But we need to help create a good society. That's a leader. You want to say a man is a leader? Okay. Help lead this society. Don't be ignorant. Even I'm from Arkansas. People aren't ignorant in Arkansas. People aren't ignorant in these places you say, oh, they're country. They don't read much, and the education when they get, okay. They're not dumb. They understand humanity and what is happening in life. So global warming is happening. What do? We have to transition from fossil fuels into clean energy. It's not going to be easy, but we have to do it. These record heat, glaciers melting, ocean currents changing, we don't even know what that's going to do, but that may do some major catastrophe. We're not even thinking about that. We need to think about that. And the droughts and the fires, the storms that are getting worse because of the heat of the oceans and the energy of the heat. And so instead of being 110 miles an hour, it'll be 140. Instead of the rain being 12 inches, it'll be 20. It's real. We need real leaders. We need real men to help lead with the women. we have this great chasm of economic wealth. We have wealth concentrating in fewer hands. And most of us going down in standard of living, can't buy a house, can't afford things. We have to deal with that. That's reality. Now, you can kind of be angry and want to fight somebody. You're doing us no good. No good. A man would help his community. Help right the ship. Help bring down these damn billionaires and help bring up people that can't afford a home, can't afford food, need some safety. We've created these terrible desperation areas where the crime is really high. People are like maybe those guys that are standing on the sidewalk. They feel like, man, nobody cares about me. I'm doing this shitty job for low pay. I can barely pay my rent, and it's not a very good place anyway. Nobody cares about me. That's what he's thinking. Here I come. Why would he care about me if he feels like nobody cares about him? We have to show each other, hey, you matter. You're important. You're sacred. Everybody. Bring up the bottom. I'm tired of talking about the top. Republicans and Trump have cut taxes on the rich the last 2 times. If that's not a sin, I don't know what a sin is. They talk about redistributing wealth. All the socialists, they want to redistribute wealth. Well, that's what you did. You redistributed wealth from America as a group to the few at the top. Yeah, wealth has already been redistributed to the top. Obscene amounts of money. And we don't know what to do. We think our economics are somehow law. Our economics have become toxic. And men aren't leading enough to say, hey, this isn't right. This economic system is toxic. This political system is obscene and killing democracy, equality, community, humanity, America. Not just America, this is happening all over the world. And slowly I think people are starting to, who was it, Tesla, the board of directors saying Musk can have $1 trillion if he meets these benchmarks for Tesla stock. You hear me? 1 trillion. You hear what I said? I said 1 trillion. 1 trillion, that's what I said. If one person has this much money, it's like it's beyond a king. So this kind of economic madness needs leadership to move us back to America of equality and community and love and respect for each other. We need leaders, men and women. You can help lead. Not in a, bully way. I'm going to do this. I'm sorry if you have anger. Or, a lot of people, especially young men, have all this energy. Well, sports can help. I've played a lot of sports and I've coached a lot of sports, and I like it if it's done in the right way and with respect and honor. I've also seen coaches, that are bullies and bully the team and hurt their confidence, so it can also be a bad thing. Or, some of these people, fans that like to fight each other. You're doing no good. Get drunk and then fight each other. You're doing no good. No good for humanity, no good for your city or your country. And we need that. We need goodness. We need people to help us out of this, all the troubles we have, all the challenges we have, which will not go away. We will always have these challenges as human beings. Food, water, housing, safety, medical care, education, jobs. I'm leaving out some. Retirement, parks, transportation. I know I'm leaving out stuff. There's just so many things. And we need good citizens, including good men. That's what a man is.